Hello everyone and welcome back to the letter.
On day 8?
Yes, day 8, yes. With Charlotte in the seat, become
Still? Yeah.
And yesterday's episode seemed to be like filler background story. We've had a quick look through like the choices.
And there seems to be a lot of them.
Yeah, so I think we're possibly just going to do like one chapter, which is like one person's playthrough, and then possibly after Shocktober, because as I say, I want to complete all the games.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe put this alongside another series as well as a continue on if people want to see like everyone else's chapter.
Yeah, because I think the chapters are quite long individually, so...
Yeah, so I can imagine it goes on for a while.
Yes.
And by the looks of it, characters can possibly die, because there's just like story points that just finish.
Yeah, there was a few dead ends, so... Maybe?
Yeah. So anyway, you ready to continue?
Yes. And we're exactly where we left off, loaded it and everything. So.
Yeah, killed the cat, it's great. I'm
Yeah.
joking, I just gave her some water and shut her up.
Alright. There are 2 attics here, one on each side. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I found it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hallway opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase though, the stairs to the attics are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dirt that kicks up into the air with every step. Well, obviously if she's gone to the attic there would be footprints. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passageway. We're gonna get pushed down those stairs, aren't we? Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Jeez, they did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. Ooh. It looked exactly as it did since the last time I've been here, full of dust, worn out and faded by time. Odd, I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Ugh, cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got her? Shut up, brain. You are not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she?
Hello?
Okay. What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm a cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another 18 who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room, just to check.
What's this?
Ooh, my worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. There's clearly something on the floor. It looks
letter?
like... Ooh. Lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been there before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What?
Was that a
Oh my
little
God.
jump there?
Just the music. Okay, I don't think I need to read that. Nothing but the words "help me" fills the page. All of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen or blood. I go. The same phrase just goes on and on until send this to 5 people else. Oh, it's a chain letter.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
I as quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on the second page, but there is
No.
nothing.
Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as a dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next is refreshing instead. Lovely. Feet. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. Right. Be brave and look up, or close eyes and pray. Yeah.
Oh, check you being all brave.
I need to face it. Whoever, whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, I'm gonna get killed, aren't I? If they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. A cold comfort. So with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my Oh, freaking hell. Okay. No.
Please, don't hurt me.
Hello.
No.
I think I just got her killed. Without thinking, I scrambled towards the door. I struggled to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord, make it go away!
Why now? What did I do now? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. I'm locked in. Tucked in with that.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
It slowly approached me as a wrench gone up violently back and forth. Oh god! Ah! Okay!
Yes. QTs,
The
eh?
door finally swings open and I couldn't have been happier. Okay. QTs it is then! Wasting no time, I leap out the door and don't look back. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. Sorry if that sounded very loud, or the tapping. But
Mechanical keyboards for the win.
Hmm?
So mechanical keyboards for the win.
by the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase, my chest feels so tight like it's going to burst. But that's nothing compared to the feeling I hope the sight of that exit gives me. Oh, so wondering if that end is if I didn't actually do that right and she got eaten by that thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Racing down the stairs, I breathy laugh escapes me in. Oh, no. My shoe slips and I find myself falling. Oh, God.
Well, you did say something about falling down some stairs, so...
Until my back hits the ground and pain wrecks my body. Ooh! My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
Go away.
The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness.
As I wither in this world filled with regret, hold my hand and leave. Please don't leave me be. In these bloody halls where we shed all our tears, the darkness breaks, our memories alone remain. I reach out beyond the curtain black. I'm in too deep, so this letter I write. I want to be free, together by your side. And spend eternity in this lonely place we call home.
Okay.
Well... So it took, like, what, almost 45 minutes of gameplay to get to the...
A buzz breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I sweat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Come on. Can't I just get 5 extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek and something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. Icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella?
The fog immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me, is Rose. I guess that's Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face, or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump has already formed. If the light ache in the area...
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12 teen. No, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
She's just checked if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. She's not that much taller. And here I thought Rose was already told. Okay, maybe they are told. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? But with how primly dressed she
God
is.
damn it.
I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit. An expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, so she certainly looks like our supervisor during the
Just do it, please.
I eyed them both warily, but recite everything as she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you alright?
Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache.
Trying to speak up a little bit.
Sure. The memory is a little fuzzy, but the attic
There
and
was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly cast an apologetic look, a smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswomanly smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients, or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's all the same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience as she
As
can muster.
much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
They're kind of hovering.
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait, hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump at the head, an extremely minor bump at the head. I've had worse when I was a kid.
Besides, if
Nothing.
I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose that bonus BRC promise, but that's completely besides the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange a worried glance and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lid in anticipation. If she says no,
Right, you in.
a smile threatens to slip out.
If
from
I
me.
see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the wall of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. But not in the scary negative way. Far from it. Actually, her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. At our lack of response, she coughed again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat, the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my
My
blunders.
sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Is he supposed to sound Scottish?
I don't know,
Or-
it's just supposed to be a bit phlegmy.
Oh, okay. Interior designer. She hands Rose a business card. The words interior designer catches my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in a mansion for its 17th century influences then. I won't hold it against her though. Despite the hearsays and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical
Miss
charm.
McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I
Maybe
should
the
check the
Irish.
estate before I meet with the
Yeah,
homeowners.
maybe. Probably Irish, I think. Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question. that
I'm
comes to
sorry.
mind.
Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of frustration crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional
Yes.
detachment.
Hannah Wright? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home. This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to mix the awkward situation without offending someone. Suddenly, Rose nudges me with her elbow. We check with her supervisors. I don't know.
Huh? You're in control.
We'll check with our supervisors. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion.
It
clouding
is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years of
The
working
mansion
with
is
her.
indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I've finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway, giving the proper explanations she'd surely
I
understand.
thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
Oh, yeah, gain points. I think.
You gained points.
I don't know, maybe I said the right thing. With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That doesn't seem to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. See? I did avert disaster. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swallow pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number of our Luxburn office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. I would be very frustrated if for some reason something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCullough, I can't pronounce that.
Just keep going.
Yeah, returns looking a little frustrated, but with an apology clear in her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this
There
trouble.
seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a
And
set of
hurry!
keys.
We've still got a few minutes to double-check those papers.
Okay, got it.
The two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings with it a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia, a temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such, so I can work in peace. Except the small part of my mind begs to differ. And if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm, its jagged edges creating shallow ridges in my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, she didn't see that. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time you officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, composed a medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. Wow, okay. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day after this. They are murmuring amongst themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. Oh dear. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wander to me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Ooh, they look fancy, those two. Miss McCullough also joins our group, but what really catches my eyes is the elegant dressed pair she
It's so
approaches.
nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Oh dear.
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Are you laughing at the voice acting?
Oh, you know each other?
It was just his voice.
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Oh, there must be the clients he was talking about.
I suggest once we get inside the mansion again, we call it.
Okay. I might have seen their faces somewhere before, some magazine or the television. I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on news one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already have. For people who are popular though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others. and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind though. And if I'm going to be a bit bolder by my assumption, I'd say he's basking in their attention. Both of them, in fact. I'd think they are brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. My only sunshine. Okay. The matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of cancelling the listing. I just hope one of the people in mine or Rosa's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so with papers in hand, I lead the way. And we shall save it here.
Yes.
Done.
Yes, this is gone for a bit longer.
Well, it's getting a bit more interesting now, but still a lot of like.
I was gonna say, it's I've never really like done visual novel before.
No. This is what visual novels are.
Yeah.
A lot of reading.
Yeah. I'm starting to see that now.
Yeah.
But you're having fun.
It's a visual novel.
I know.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
I was expecting it to be a little bit faster paced, but you know.
Maybe it will be later.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't know.
Never know.
No.
We'll have to find out if it gets faster paced in the next episode.
Yes. If anybody's gonna die.
Yes. Well, with you at the controls, probably everyone.
Wow. I didn't fail the first QTE thing.
No.
I was just bashing the set key a lot.
Yes. Right, so yeah, we'll call it here then.
Yep.
And then I don't know if we're going to carry it on right away afterwards or what.
I don't
But
know.
anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed.
Yep.
And we shall hopefully see you in the next episode.
Bye bye.